At Mental4Moto, our mission is to give the unsung heroes of Aussie motocross a voice. From grassroots racing right through to the biggest events in the country, sharing the stories you won't hear anywhere else. If you're interested in the advertising packages that we have available, or just want to show your support, please check out our website, www.mental4moto.com, and we can tailor a package to suit your needs. Now, let's get on with the show.
There were times I was lost, dark had fear, couldn't see through the rain. In the end it was clear, hit the fan. I was more than one man who was there to lend a hand. Together we stand, always had my back, my guardian soldier. Team put together, united we conquer. Blessed is he who in the name of charity carry me when I'm weak straight through the valley of darkness. Pitch blackness, the heartless, regardless, fear couldn't part us. Thick and thin, there by my side. At times we collide, but in the end we ride. Thick and thin, there by my side. At times we collide, but in the end we ride. We ride, ride.
Welcome back, Moto fans. After a week away from the studio chasing the final two rounds of Pro MX up in Queensland, we are back. And as always, a big thanks to our partners here at Mental4Moto, Fastline Suspension, Southeast Pools, Iro Helmets, Ultimate Toy Haulers, Wolf Building Compliance, and the August sponsor of the Mental4Moto Motocross and Supercross wall calendars, JT Plumbing. Big shout out to Jake from JT Plumbing. They've been behind us for the last 3 years of our calendars. So, massive thanks to those guys. And as always, to talk about all things Victorian motocross, welcome back, Kenny Watts.
Mate, absolute pleasure. I look forward to doing these things. I have a bit of fun with you. And all reports, a lot of people pick up on a few things to sneak through too also. So it's good.
Yeah, we do get quite a few riders and I think outside of the Victorian community tune in for these podcasts, which is always good to see.
Oh, why wouldn't it? Yeah, we have fun. And, we get the pleasure of watching some great racing too going on. So it's good.
And that most definitely happened out at Rosebud, which is what we're going to talk about very shortly. But first, I wanted to cover a couple of other topics. The presentation night coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yep, 5th of September. Get your tickets on RiderNet. I think it closes pretty quickly after the Junior Vics at GV. So, get in and get your tickets. There is no tickets sales at the door at all. So the venue's strict like that. We've got to, make sure we've got our catering side of things done. And, they are pretty solid with no ticket sales at the gate. So
get your tickets.
The Champions Jam is a great night. And I think last year, just for turning up, a junior rider won a series pass for the Vics and a senior rider won a series pass for the Vics. So just for turning up and supporting the Vic type presentation night, you can be a winner and save that money and then put it towards buying one of my jerseys I've got up for the auctions.
So you'll be auctioning off some more jerseys at the presentation to raise some money for the kids going to Darwin, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We've secured a couple of sponsors for the Vic team, which is awesome. The midfield group have come on, which is an awesome gesture from Dean McKenna and his company, so which is great. And also Rockefeller have come on board. So we not finished, but Rockefeller's come on board and that's also going to help us. And we've still got jerseys. I've got some more jerseys. I'm going to have one this weekend at Broadford for auctioning off too. So I'll keep doing what I've been selling a few in the lead up, and then I'll have a couple for the presentation night.
Speaking of Broadford, we're just a couple of days away from the final round of the Senior Vics. How's the preparation going out there? I think we were going to have a club actually run that, but now it's been the MV Motocross Committee that have had to take over and do all the preparations. How's all that going?
Ed from MV, the CEO, I think he's changed his shoes and put some work boots on, and young Morgan Fogarty, former gun motocross rider, he's got his own little Fogarty Earthworks, I think it's called, something along them lines, has been out there with a dozer and a bobcat and done a lot of work, and I heard on the grapevine that not only was Morgan, but also his mum and dad was out there helping him with some jobs that he had to do with some sprinklers and things like that. But there's drone footage out now at the moment of the track, so yeah, it should be cool.
Yeah, check that out on Instagram on the MV Motocross page, or I'm sure it'll be on Facebook as well. But it's looking pretty cool out there, and hopefully we don't get too much rain this week and end up with another great weekend.
Yeah, no, they sealed it last Thursday or Friday, and also put a bit of a dome on it. Morgan put a bit of a dome on it to make sure the water ran off, and like they've had 40 mil of rain over, I think it was on Sunday night or Monday morning, and for a hilly track, it's probably perfect, really, to be honest.
Yep. I think there's
it'll run off and just take what it needs, and the rest of it runs away. So
yep, definitely getting around the pits. There's a lot of excitement about this round, and the return to Broadford, which is traditionally the home of Victorian motocross. So it's cool. I haven't actually been out to this track before, so I'm really looking forward to it as well. No,
I've never been there.
I've never been to Broadford. No.
Yeah, I've been there as an MX National race there, and been there for a few Vic titles, and also I think there was like GV ran an event there, or the Northern region, I'm not sure. So I went over and helped them at that too. But yeah, I've been there a few times, and yeah, it's always been pretty good. It's a good vision track, actually. So yeah, there's a spectator area just at the end of the first corner, basically. So you get up there and you can see most of the track. Well, I think all of it from there now, the way it's set up.
Yeah, well, I've said it a million times on the podcast. I love getting out there and photographing tracks with elevation. So, yeah, I mean, the footage I've seen, both the recently put up and some older stuff I looked at, it looks amazing out there. I love those types of tracks where you've got, the big downhills, the big uphills, and the valleys in between. So, yeah, I think this is going to produce some great racing and definitely some great photography as well.
Yeah, like now that we get it back and it's licensed again, the intent is to have 2 rounds there every year going forward, if they can keep it in that position. The track's open is 1 junior, 1 senior for our Vic titles, and then 1 in each region. That's the plan.
That'd be awesome. Will that be sort of a mid-season race, or are you going to do like the final round there each year?
Well, it could all depend on what other venues apply and what events are on around the area too, that you can either take advantage of or stay away from. So, it sort of comes down to balance and the Pro MX calendar, to be honest.
Yeah, and so far we're getting some good entry numbers for the weekend.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's starting to look not too bad. I think a few are coming back in to have a look at this round. The good thing about it, we're going for the final round and no one's ridden this track yet.
Yep.
The track layout, no one's been on it. We did try to get it set up to have an open practice day, but just with everything going on and the weather and everything else, it just didn't happen. And then when it looked like it may happen, a lot of the riders were in Queensland. So then all of a sudden, if you open it, you're giving other people an advantage. So it was sort of going to turn out to be an ugly thing here or there. But at the end of the day, we didn't have a track license until I think it was only just this week. So
yeah, well, I'm excited, and we'll get into some of the championship point standings a little bit later. But, there's quite a few classes where it's really going to come down to not just, the final round, but individual races at the final round to determine who ends up being the Victorian champion in a whole bunch of classes. So that's super cool coming into, the last race of the season.
Yeah, like the vets and the ladies, they don't get that opportunity to get track time prior to their championship classes being ran. But the MX1 and MX2 boys have got that opportunity to race on Saturday and then getting the track pre-prepped for Sunday and then having that little bit of knowledge on the track then. So
so Sunday should be a ripper day.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, and the weather's looking really good this weekend. So
yep. All right. Well, before we get on to that, let's talk a little bit about Rosebud. So, I mean, they've got a new layout there. This was the first time, apart from the Sandmasters, that we saw a racing out there on the new layout. It definitely got bloody rough, but It was a ripper weekend, 184 class entries, good gates across every class, and mate, what a brutal track.
Yes. Yeah, I've been there. Only been there a couple of times for the senior track, and it doesn't disappoint. It's it's a real challenge. It's very funny as you're watching the riders leaving you. Instead of seeing the roost get thrown out the back of the bike at Rosebud, the roost comes up, goes over the back mudguard, and hits the rider in the back.
Yeah,
I've never seen it like that. It's
big
strange,
fan.
eh?
Yep. Yep. Well, I had a lot of riders actually say to me on Sunday, the Sunday after racing, that they would love to see this track back as part of the championship every year. So just because it's something different, and I found that, being the beach sand that it is, riders either loved it or hated it. So it was definitely good to mix it up, and we'll get into it when we talk about the results, but it really mixed up the results. I think riders that weren't traditionally towards the pointy end all of a sudden were sometimes dominating classes, and riders that are usually winning races were sometimes struggling a little bit.
Yeah. And then there seemed to be a little bit more bike issues popped up. I don't know if it's just obvious that they're struggling to push the bikes back, that you notice it more, or if it's actually it caught a few out. I don't know.
No, I tend to think there was a lot more bike issues. I think the sand is just a lot harder on the bikes. They're revving a lot harder, and even like running the paddles, you notice if they come to a standstill, it takes ages for them to get going again. Like the wheel just spins. So momentum is a big thing, and I think riders were probably over clutching a lot, and that was causing the bikes to overheat.
Yeah, I don't know, Pete, but it was noticed. I noticed it a lot, that there was a lot of riders, coming back in. So
yeah. So I had a ball out there as one of the my most enjoyable rounds this year on the camera. But what was it like to commentate that track?
Yeah, not too bad. I sort of basically stayed on the grass spectator area, and then it gave me the access to run down to catch the bikes as they were leaving the track. All right, I didn't run. I was sort of walking fast. But, yeah, give me a little bit of time to get over. When the rider was coming through, you could slowly work your way to the tunnel and then be calling it still, and then just pop out the other side of the tunnel and catch them and interview them before they left, which was, pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of red faces.
Actually, I was surprised with how the riders, you pull them up and you have a yak to them, and they were good.
Yep. Well, the guys that you were interviewing probably can ride sand. That's why.
Yeah.
So there's the guys further back.
The leaders. That's right. So the winners, I did interview most of the top two or three each time when I had the opportunity to sneak down. So.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the winners. As we always do, we'll start with the riders that had a perfect day. So we had 8 riders across 9 classes going 1-1-1. Funnily enough, there was very few on the Saturday and quite a few on the Sunday. So we'll start off in the 30-plus clubman class, Bryson Knight. So, he had a ripper day on the Saturday.
Yeah, he's really keen to finish the season off strong and had a ripper there, didn't he?
Yeah. So if you want to learn a little bit more about Bryson, we did an interview after the race. So, or at the end of the day, I should say, of that weekend. So you'll find that on the podcast list as well. It's one of our trackside interviews. We also spoke to Tom Smart and Seth Jackson. So that was a bit of fun.
Yeah, and we talked about his trimming the beard up. We didn't know if he was going to lose his power with that, but he done all right.
No, it's a very luxuriant beard. Even when it's trim, it's like he's a very well groomed man.
Yeah, I've got to see his brother racing now because you've talked him up. So yeah, I've got to see him race.
No, Kellen goes all right, but those two are very close together now and race the same class, which is awesome. So if Bryson goes up to B grade next year as well, then we'll see those two battle even more, which will be cool.
Yeah. So Cullen's a B grade rider, is he?
He
I
is,
didn't know
yeah.
that. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
But on track now, they're very, very close.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yep. Ladies expert class, Emma Milesevic went 1-1-1 over Nellie Fox, Maddie Bird, and Emma Clayton. So, we've mentioned it before. It was great those other girls have stepped up to expert, but Emma just too strong at Rosebud.
Yeah.
And we kind of expected that after, her return from the US.
Yeah, she come home full of confidence from America. It'd be good if she can go back and finish that series off. Yeah, she looked really good, and she rode a 252 stroke.
Yeah.
Yes, and had that typical Milesevic revving of the bike. It was good to listen to. She can ride it. She's good on it.
Yeah, so Joel, her brother, isn't the only one that can rip around on a two-stroke. We found that out.
Yes. Yeah, she rode really good.
Yeah. In the 40-plus vets, Steve Powell came back for another round and, showed us why he loves the sand. He absolutely dominated that 40-plus vet class.
Yeah, disappointing we didn't see Corey Vanderlei at it. So Powley had a great day and clean sweeped it.
Yeah. So, I mean, Corey's always been sort of renowned as a bit of a hard pack rider, but when I've spoken to him, he says he loves sand. So I would have loved to have seen those two go at it. And, I mean, hopefully, I've got my fingers crossed that maybe both of them turn up for the final round at Broadford. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, I actually contacted Corey to see why I couldn't see his name in the MX Vets class, and he reckons he got his 450 and he blew it up, so he didn't end up going.
Well, he actually messaged me earlier today and said that he's hoping to get it back tomorrow. So if he does, it's in time. So hopefully we see him. I know he hasn't been riding a lot, so it would still be good to see him and catch up with him at the final round.
Yes. Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
Yep.
Yep. Hopefully Power comes across.
Yeah, well, he raced Blue Rock last weekend, so, did quite well out there, but had his hands full with...
yeah, and I'm thinking, who is that bloke? Because Cam Taylor was in that class too, and I'm thinking, this bloke's just come up there and given him a run.
Yep, yes.
I don't know who it was, but...
but it was great to see Cam Taylor back on a bike as well.
Yeah, he's had a shocking year, hasn't he? And I don't think it's from racing. I think he's just been riding around with the young fella and put it down a couple of times.
No, he did
Off
it.
The shoulder or something?
No, he did it at the Sandmasters. He got to the first corner and him and Powley came together.
I did not know that.
Yep, they're both a bit too eager. So, he made it literally to the first corner and that was his day done. And a few more.
There you go. Didn't know that.
Yeah, a few more weeks of recovery.
Yeah.
Vet 50 plus, Peter Sullivan having another perfect day over Adam White and Chris King, but he's absolutely dominated that class all year, Peter Sullivan.
He has. He's riding really, well, not riding really good. He's riding to his form, which has been amazing for, I don't know how long you can keep a hot streak going for, but he's like last year on fire. This year he's doing it again. So,
yeah.
And I didn't know him a lot prior to that. So, he stands out in that class. I heard he's been overtraining in Bali too, just to make sure he comes back and been riding somewhere over in Bali. So.
Yeah. Where do you go? Like when you're in the 50 plus class and you're winning everything, where do you go from there? Do you try your hand at race with some of the younger guys in one of the MX1 classes, or what do you do to challenge yourself?
Well, I think he does a lot of variety of racing. But yeah, at the Vix, he's just focused on his vet class. But yeah, I think at other events he sneaks out and has a bit of a dibble in other classes. So
that's very cool. Yeah, I guess it keep you fresh. Yep. MX1A and MX2A, but MX1A we'll start with Byron Dennis, one of the factory KTM riders who's on his way over to Europe right now to race some MXGP. But he came out to Rosebud to race around and, had a perfect day over Jack Kenny and Seth Jackson, who incidentally were tied on points for second and third. And congrats to Seth. It was his first MX1 podium.
Yeah, pretty cool. So the lowdown on Byron, he didn't actually come to race. He came just to give me a jersey. for my jersey auction. So I've got a Byron Dennis jersey.
That is very cool.
Yeah, I just snuck that in there while he was there and asked him, and not a problem, Ken. He said, he looked good on that 450.
He did. He
looked
did.
good on his 250, but he looked good on a 450 there.
Yep. Now, MX2A, he also took it out with a perfect day over Frederick Stampy and Balin Townsend in that class. But I was surprised, again, the sand being, I wouldn't say it's the great equaliser, but it definitely mixes things up, that he wasn't as dominant on the track as the results might show. He wasn't always leading. He didn't lead every lap. He was obviously dominant once he got to the front. But, it was cool to see those other guys, be able to mix it up with a factory rider.
Yeah, push his way through, and they made him work for it, which is good.
So that was very cool.
That would be interesting to see where he ends up. Like, he finished 4th in the Pro MX this year. Do you think he'll take a 450 ride?
Well, I mean, from something I saw earlier today, I think he's hoping to get an offer in Europe if he can. Looks like that is probably the goal, to get a more substantial long-term offer in Europe.
Well, I'd be grateful, if he goes over there and has a dip. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, see another rider doing well overseas would be very cool.
Yeah, that side of it's really good for our sport. That we watch kids growing up and getting better, and then you see them go overseas and have a dip at racing, and your weekends when there's no racing on here, you can get on the YouTubes and watch some of their racing and things like that overseas. So,
well, I mean,
cool.
just to digress a little bit, Jed Beaton's going over to race in the US right now. I think Cade Kingsford is racing over in the US at the end of this year and next year, so he's not going to be back. I think Blake Bohannon is going to the US to race next year. So some of these...
Alex Larwood's over there at the moment too, to do these final 3 races.
Yep. So, and a few of the Aussies are racing World Supercross as well. So I think, there's a bit of an exodus, and it's going to change both the world racing scene a little bit with some Aussies mixing it up out there. And it's also going to create some more opportunities for both seats and results for riders that are in Australia, which is also cool.
Yep. 100%. That's the good thing about it, isn't it? So
yeah, I think it's a positive all round.
Yeah. Yeah, the families put a lot of effort and money into the kids in their sport, and then when you see them get the opportunity to go overseas and get a ride over there, I reckon it just tops it off, doesn't it?
Yeah, and this is where it all begins, the Victorian Motocross Championship.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, MX1B. Brad, you can't park there, mass. Perfect day. I think that may be his first ever perfect day in the Victorian Championship. So that's awesome for Brad. He's been a good sand rider. I think he's got that by reputation. But he also went down a few times, so it wasn't always smooth sailing.
I'm not going to hang it on Brad, because I drove into the Rosebud complex, done a U-turn, and was driving out thinking I'd taken a wrong turn, and he helped me out. I was going, I've been here before and I was lost. But anyway, So he spent some time in Western Australia. So whether that is where he picked up the sand side of things, I'm not sure.
He's from Western Australia. So,
Well, is he from there, or did he just work over there for a bit?
No, he went back for a while. No, he's originally from West Australia. So I actually confirmed this with him last time I spoke to him, because I wasn't sure either. So, he's from Western Australia.
Yeah.
So it explains his sand riding ability a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
So, he finished that day perfectly over Jesse Clemson and Lachlan Sands. No pun intended. So,
for Sandsy, yeah.
MX1C, Tully Hackett. So I guess he's probably one of those riders that I was thinking of where isn't always that dominant, but get out to Rosebud.
He had a good day there, though, didn't he?
What's that?
He had a good day there.
Yeah, he had a fantastic couple of days, I think, but definitely
Yep.
it all came together on the Sunday in MX1. So, yeah. And he won that over Kay Geddes and Judd Geddes, which I'm assuming are brothers. Is that right?
Yes, Donald boys.
Yep.
Yeah, Horsham members. Yeah.
Ah,
I think one lives in Ballarat at the moment and the other one may live still in Donald. But, yeah, they come over to Horsham a fair bit.
well, that's not
They
sand
did.
country. Where did they learn how to ride in the sand?
Well, they done a bit of enduro riding and we've stuck them across this side.
Yep.
I think they were heavily involved in the enduro side of it. So
That explains that.
And come across and enjoy and motocross. So
Yep. And the last rider to have a perfect day, Zach Smith in MX2B, which is cool for Zach as well.
yeah, and that you wouldn't think Bairnsdale would be a sand track for him either. So must be some sand out there, but he rode well, didn't he?
He rode very well, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give a couple of shout-outs too, because there were some other riders, like I said, I think the way that the track shaped up, and, you know, I've spoken about this with a lot of the riders, I don't think there was any that didn't hit the ground multiple times over the weekend. Not necessarily hard, but just, yeah, it definitely caught everyone out at one point or another. So, you know, it mixed the results up a little bit, but all powers be. Fletcher Thompson was looking like he was going to have a perfect day. He went 1-1, and then unfortunately his bike went kaput.
Yeah, and as I said, like seeing bikes coming back in that you don't usually see, his was one of them that stood out.
Yep.
He sat there for ages trying to get that going.
Well, I mean, he had every reason to, you know. It would have been.
I know, yeah. It's like,
Yep.
I couldn't believe it.
Yep. Tully Hackett, who were already mentioned in All Powers C, went 2-1-1 in All Powers. So, yeah, showed that, you know, it wasn't just a fluke on the Sunday.
We hope you're enjoying the show. Here at Mental4Moto, we can only do what we do because of the sponsors who support us. So please stay tuned for a couple of brief ads and make sure you show these legends some love.
Are you getting arm pump, fatiguing after just a few laps, or feel like you're often fighting against your bike? Today's motorcycles have been designed and built to suit a broad range of riders, conditions, and riding styles. This one-size-fits-all approach, however, means that when it comes to your own riding, your bike is often not handling and performing at its very best. Whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite-level racer, Fastline Suspension will help you unlock your riding potential by ensuring your bike is set up perfectly for your specific needs. And with the right setup, you're guaranteed to go faster, fatigue less, and ultimately have more fun riding your motorcycle. So what are you waiting for? Contact Adam at Fastline Suspension now. Fastline Suspension, set up for maximum performance, precision tuned for you.
There's nothing more refreshing after a day at the track when you're sweaty, grimy and exhausted than taking a dip in the pool. Southeast Pools specialise in building high-quality fiberglass and concrete swimming pools across the Peninsula and Gippsland region and offer a range of designs to suit every lifestyle, yard size and budget. So pick up that phone, give Trav at Southeast Pools a call today and be ready to take the plunge this summer.
Hero helmets have won over 125 motorcycling world titles with world-renowned superstars including Antonio Cairoli, Jeffrey Hurlings, Martin Muscan, even Jason Anderson. From the world stage right down to the grassroots motocross scene, Arrow is the title sponsor of the Gippsland Motocross Championships and even supports up-and-coming local legends such as Memphis Stravina and Zayn McIntosh. As one of the lightest and safest helmets on the market, when it comes to protecting my most important asset, I choose Arrow as well. To check out the range of Arrow helmets, head into your local dealer today or click the link below to visit the website.
At Mental4Moto, our mission is to give the unsung heroes of Aussie motocross a voice. From grassroots racing right through to the biggest events in the country, sharing the stories you won't hear anywhere else. From the privateer chasing the dream, to the junior rider who's pushing for their first win, the mechanic who works late into the night to get the bike ready for race day, to the track builder who turns a pile of dirt into a work of art. This is the beating heart of our sport. We're able to bring these stories every week to thousands of Aussie moto fans thanks to the generous sponsors who share our vision. If you're interested in the advertising packages that we have available, or just want to show your support, please check out our website, www.mental4moto.com, and we can tailor a package to suit your needs. Now, let's get on with the show.
30-plus expert Tim Vare went 2-1-1, edging out Ray Cole and Ali Kent. Now, Ray Cole and Ali Kent, we've spoken about them just about every podcast. They are very dominant vet expert riders. Who is Tim Vare? Is he a Rosebud local?
Tim used to race MX Nationals back in the day.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah. He was I think he was a mechanic with Lee Hogan's BCP thing, had his own, what do you call it? For dyno and everything. He was, doing that sort of things. But yeah, it's always been a good rider. And I had not seen him ride for a long time, and he came out. And, Ray Cole and Ali Kent. Ali Kent's from Colac, so...
Yep. And I mean...
Cole, both of them Colac boys, and you're thinking, he just,
And Ray Cole just podiumed at the Pro MX Nationals, so, he's definitely no slouch in the vet class, obviously. But, Tim Vare has come out and beaten both those boys quite, I wouldn't say dominantly, but clearly.
Was he on a Honda?
Couldn't have been, Kenny.
Yeah, I think he was. Well, that probably
explains it. Yeah, the other boys were at a disadvantage.
No, he rode really good. It's been a long time since I've seen him, so
yep.
Good to see him back out having a ride. I don't does he do the gippies or just the Rosebud stuff?
I'm not familiar with him. So if he races the gippies, it's he hasn't caught my attention before. But I don't think so.
Yeah, he's from out your side, so he mustn't be doing much racing at all. So that was good. He rocks up.
Yep.
He's in the expert class. We can't put him up any further than that.
That's it. Ladies clubman, Layla Dice getting the Moto 1 win, though it was Cody Boyer who took out the day over Carla Burns with two wins in her class. And, we'll speak about that a bit later, but she's very dominantly leading that championship as well.
Yeah, and they all fell down. All of them, I think.
They all fell down, yep.
Yeah. They weren't alone. So
no.
That's the good thing about it. The girls can go, I fell off. And they go, yeah, but we've seen some of the best riders fall off too, so don't worry about that.
Yeah. In MX2C, which was one of our biggest gates for the entire weekend of any class, Casey Andrea took it out 3-1-2 over Jesse Diffie and Ryder Lanane. So that was a really great day for Casey as well.
Yeah, because the other two boys have been on fire all season. So it's a good ride for him.
And finally, MX3, Jack Devison, he's a factory-supported rider that races Pro MX, was a favourite for the Pro MX Championship in MX3 this year, but didn't come out on top, which is kind of what could be expected. Job Dunn still took out the day with 1-1-2 moto scores.
Yeah, it was 72 points for the day, which is continuing his domination, or not a domination, but he's great racing he's done in the MX3 class this year in the Vic. So
I'd say it's been a pretty dominant season.
Yeah, so. And I don't want to pump his tyres up too much because he's got to round it up. But, he's still a junior in this class, so...
Yeah, big future, big things to come.
Yes. Yeah, looks good. And I think he was the top junior in the Pro MX.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
Yeah. So he's had a great season.
Yeah, a star on the rise, I think.
Yeah. And you take, at Pro MX level, you take some of the New Zealand riders out of it. Would he have podiumed if there was no New Zealand riders there?
He did podium one round. He podiumed...
Yeah, but would he have podiumed a series if there was no New Zealand riders there?
Oh, Kenny, you always ask me questions that I need to research.
Sorry. We'll discuss this on Saturday.
Well, we are coming into the final round, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the championship point standings in a few of the classes. We won't go through all of them, but I wanted to just sort of highlight some of the ones that are pretty close and maybe get your thoughts on who might take it out. So do you want to do some bench racing?
I'd love to.
Yep. All right, so we'll start with the ladies clubman class. Cody Boyer obviously has a massive lead in that class, but there's only 2 points separating the next three women, which are Talia Feltham, Layla Dice, and Ebony Sylvester in that order. So what do you think happens there?
I'm going to go for, who's it? The three again?
Talia Feltham, Layla Dice, and Ebony Sylvester.
I reckon I'm going to go for Talia Feltham.
You think
she does the hard pack pretty good?
Yep. She's going to bring it home. I think, Layla Dice and Ebony Sylvester have been riding really, really well out at the Gippies, though. So I've seen them as well. So
but Layla's on a two-stroke still?
Yes, yep.
Was that a borrowed bike at Rosebud?
I think it's a brother's bike.
Okay, not sure. If she's on a two-stroke, I think Talia Feltham on the four-stroke.
Yep. Bring it home?
I think so.
All right.
Well, for second, yep.
Yep. Ladies expert, Emma Milesevic and Nellie Fox, first and second in the championship quite clearly, but there's only 4 points separating Emma Clayton and Maddie Bird for third place in the expert women's class. So I think Maddie's kind of had Emma's number the last few races, but Emma's the one that's 4 points up. So does Maddie catch her for third on the podium in the championship?
I think Maddie's been putting a lot of effort into it the last couple of months, I reckon. So, and she's a Scrivens Honda rider, so I'll give her the third place, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good battle because those two are very close on track.
Yeah, and Nellie's got to be on a game too, or else she might find herself back there racing with them too.
Yep. Yeah, I like the fact that those girls have stepped up this year. I think it's really made this class into something sort of a bit more exciting to watch, which is very cool. And obviously it's given Emma, some other riders on the track to mix it up with, even though she's pretty dominant at the moment.
Yeah, and when you're like that good, it's pretty hard to get other people to be that competitive with her. So
yeah,
just to give the clubman girls that opportunity to have their own series or championship or whatever you want to call it to enter and race for, it's it's a good thing for the girls have done, because they the option was just to combine the lot, but they all jumped up and said no, we'll step up and create the expert class. So
no, that's cool as all right.
That was
MX1 A grade. So there's been a lot of mixing up with this with recent developments. So after Jacob Sweet losing out, suffering an injury at Rosebud in some, I guess you would say, controversial circumstances.
Terrible.
Yeah, where he had to do an extra lap, and suffered a bit of an injury during that extra lap, which is never ideal. But it looks like he may not be able to continue. I think he's out for the season. So Jack Kenny now leads the championship by 5 points over Nick Medson. I'm not sure if Nick is racing this final round because he's got some health stuff that he's working on at the moment as well, which has Seth Jackson 15 points back. So this, it's a watch this space in this class.
It's going to be, like, for starters, survival for those that do make it to the gate.
Yep.
To get the reward. So
yeah,
you might see a couple other blokes come into the equation down the track.
Yeah. But it'd be very cool for Jack Kenny to win a Victorian Championship. Definitely didn't see that coming at the start of the season. So that's awesome for Jack Kenny. And I mean, for Seth Jackson to come off his first MX1 podium at Rosebud and potentially come second in the championship, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah. Oh, it's what dreams are made of. You enter them with all intentions of doing well, and yeah, mate, you've got to be in it to win it. And if you're in, it can happen. So do the Bradbury and be the one that you didn't think would be at the start.
Yep.
And come out and take out the win. That'd be good for Jack Kenny. Like he's stepping up to the 450 this year is been. I think he had a top 10 in qualifying at a Pro MX, and
he went into Super Pole at Appen.
Yes.
So that was very cool. Yeah, he's had a fantastic year. I mean, I think talking to him and his dad, a little bit up and down at Pro MX, but from the outside looking in, I'm really impressed with how he's done this year.
Yeah, yep. And just imagine that in the Kenny family. Ryan, the older brother, doesn't get it, and young brother Jack gets the A-grade state championship.
No, that would be good for Jack, and Seth's really going to have to wick it up if he wants to close that gap, because he's 20 points back from Jack Kenny at the moment. So
20 points,
that's a lot to overcome.
Yeah, just consistent racing. So, but
and if
you never know.
If
once
Nick,
the gate drops, it's anyone's.
If Nick Medson does turn up, then it's going to be some great battling between him and Jack, because there's only 5 points that separate those guys. So, watch this space. That could definitely be a class to watch.
Yeah. No, hopefully the numbers are good too. So it makes the racing. You can't afford to get a bad start when there's more riders in it. So
no, and I have to say on that note, like Seth Jackson, if you saw how he started in Pro MX, I can't understand why he can't get a whole shot in just about every race at say the Gippies and the Vics, because he gets fantastic jumps out of the gate, against some of the best riders in the country. So he should be smashing these guys out of the start.
And where did he get his bike off?
Not Timu, no, Gumtree. Yeah,
Gumtree.
No, he got his gear off Timu, and he's looked after now. He's with Hell of a Collective, so he's got some good gear. But before that, they rescued him because he was getting his
motorcycle gets the whole shot. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, he was getting his gear from Timu and the bike from Gumtree, which he's still riding. So MX1B. So Jesse Clemson's leading this, and if you told me at the end of last year that Clemo would go on to win the B grade this year after, doing really well in C grade last year, I would have been a bit sceptical, but he's had a fantastic year and he's definitely lifted his game throughout the year, hasn't he?
Oh, mate, he has had a great season in motocross. We won't mention the enduro side of things, will we? I can't believe it. Some low life stole his motorbike on the eve of the Hatter. He still hasn't got it back.
Yep.
That is so bad.
Yeah, I shouldn't laugh. That's a real POS move, that is.
Yeah, no. I was devastated when I seen that. Him and his mate lost their bikes, and some Mildura boys are riding their bikes up and down a street and reported that they've seen the bikes heaps of times, but they haven't been able to catch them.
Yeah. So shout out to Clemo's mate, Sean McCracken, for lending him a bike. That's awesome, and it's obviously allowed Clemo to get out there and continue riding. But Sean McCracken, is that not the most Irish name you've ever heard?
That's pretty funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
that's still cool. But there's a chance he may still be on that bike at Broadford this weekend.
No. Jesse Clemson's mates all rallied together and helped him get a new bike.
Wow. He has a very, very dedicated fan club, doesn't he?
Oh, they come along, they have an absolute ball, his mates, and, they just are funny and whatever, but when it comes to helping them out, they've all rallied together and got him a new bike. So
awesome.
That's cool.
That's very
cool thing of the sport. So.
Well, he currently leads the MX1 B grade championship by 10 points over Xander Goyka. So, let's see how that sort of plays out and see if he can hang on to it.
Yeah, that's cool. Brand new bike. See how it goes at Broady this weekend.
Yeah, maybe he needs Sean McCracken's bike there just in case.
McCracken's a funny one, isn't it?
So, MX1 C grade, first and second, currently tied on points in Judd Geddes and Skylar Carr. So both tied on 171 over Bryson Knight in third. So, that's very cool coming into the final round of a championship.
Yep, and Skylar had a shocker at Rosebud on the Stark. Yeah, he didn't gel with the tracker at all. He is a hard pack. He likes the hard pack. So, and
I think the Starks like the hard pack too. I don't think they're great.
And it obviously was no good at Rosebud for him.
Yep. Yep. I think he probably would have had
struggled.
to power that down just to be able to get the battery to last through the day. Talking to one of the other Stark riders that weekend. So, yeah, I think those conditions, not ideal for the electric bike.
No.
But
So,
come Broadford, he'll be back, into the conditions that those bikes love. So who have you got?
going to go Getters for the win. Just. Yeah. Skylar will he'll put a good result in there for himself. I'll just give Getters the tip. So,
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say
he's
Skylar.
awesome. I've got to support him.
Yep. I'm going to say Skylar Carr takes it out. MX2 A grade. Now, this one isn't real close in points, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Balin Townsend, Caden Strode, Oscar Kimber, and Austin Boyd. They are 1, 2, 3, 4 in this championship because these guys are racing MX2 A grade, and they've been part of the Mental4Moto program since I think for the last 3 years since their MX3 days. So it's cool seeing them all do well, and having stepped up to MX2 this year and still being at the pointy end.
Yeah. So Boyd, he's had some horror runs with his
Shockers.
bike too. So his bike fell to pieces at Rosebud.
And then caught fire, I think.
Yeah, caught fire somewhere. And that he's on a new bike, and he's going to come out swinging.
Yeah. So no jumping on his little brother's 125 just to make the day.
I don't think so. No, I think they've flashed out and got a new bike, rebuilt the other one.
Yep.
Put in the airbox and everything else like that in it, and got it for sale. So
MX2 B grade. Levi Collins, 186 points. Cody Vanderlei is 8 points back on 178 with Zev Hughes in third. Now, I'm kind of feel sad for Cody because he had a DNF at Rosebud in race one, and it would be unfortunate, but that might have cost him the championship. But it's going to make some great racing between, I think, him and Levi at this final round. Can he close the gap?
8 points going into the final round?
Yep, 8 points.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to give it to Cody.
To Cody over Levi.
I think he can get the 8 points. I reckon he'll do that.
Yep.
So the DNF, he ended up coming out on a spare bike of the Kimbers out of Ballarat, so Oscar Kimber's spare bike. They rode that in the next two races.
Yep. So very different, going from the Japanese Kawasaki to the Euro bike in the KTM. So, don't think he was too comfortable, but, he got the points on the board. So I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and, without the Kimbers giving him a hand, that would have been another 50 points, wouldn't it? So.
Yep. MX3. So Job Dunn, as we've spoken before, he's been absolutely dominant this year. He's dropped only one moto in the whole championship so far. But Frederick Stampy leads Jesse Cole by just 4 points for second place. So does Frederick get it done, or does Jesse make up that gap?
That may be interesting, actually, because Frederick had a good day at Rosebud in the sand.
Which you would expect coming from Europe.
Yes, that's right. So, and Jesse's had some good races on the hard pack at Ballarat and Edenhope. So it will come down to the wire, that one.
It will. That's going to be it's going to be some very cool racing, I think.
Yeah, and I don't think Frederick went to Queensland either, did he? He didn't do the final 2 rounds of the Pro X.
No. So and neither did Jesse though. So they're both going to be coming in fresh, I guess. So who have you got?
I'll go Frederick.
Yeah.
Just tip and I think it will come down to the wire.
Yep. I think Frederick's been finding, some extra settings on the bike that have helped him progress with each round this year. So I think it's going to be some really good racing, but I think Frederick might just edge out Jesse as well. So, I'm going to be watching that class closely, though.
Yep.
I think that's
the
going to be...
MX3's been a great class to watch this year. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be some of the best racing of the weekend, I think. And maybe, we saw it at Edenhope too, the last hardpack track. Frederick was really pushing Job as well. So, maybe he could take a moto off him.
Had that big crash at Ballarat, rode around finished the race, but rode around with half his bike missing.
I mean, that crash was huge. I can't believe he actually got up after that.
Yeah, I was watching it when it happened too. So
yeah. All right. Was there anyone or any classes that you wanted to mention, or anything else that you wanted to to cover before we go into Broadford this weekend?
No, I don't think so. I think we discussed the fact that Byron Dennis was impressed me, like on the 450 mainly. Yeah, that was a bit of a standout for me. I was very impressed with his riding on that. When he didn't get a good start, he come back through the field.
Yep.
And it just, taking out the wind just adds the value to my jersey that I've got of his too. So just, right, fourth in Pro MX and taking out the Rosebud round of the Vic titles has got to make the jersey worth a lot more, I reckon.
He's a rider, I think, that's got a massive future ahead of him too. He's a big boy, but he's only young, so he'll also do very well overseas. So, mate, if you're got the cash, put a bid on that jersey because it'll be definitely one that will look good in the man cave.
I reckon it would look good anywhere. Yeah, that's right. It's a goer.
All right. Well, is that us? We done?
I think so, Pete. I think we look forward to a great weekend's racing this weekend at Broady and finish the championship off strong. And a big thank you to MX Store for being our naming right sponsor, and Whitten Brothers and the Rise Group that come on, and Mental4Moto that being there and flying the flag for the sport, which is awesome. So thanks very much, Pete.
Yeah, and thank you to the MV Motocross Committee and all the volunteers as well that make these events happen, because we've said it for the last couple of years. Once you step down from Pro MX, I think this is probably the best state level championship we've got in the country, and that doesn't just happen. So there's a lot of people behind the scenes like you guys, Kirsty and
Nikki.
I won't say.
Trying to be quiet.
Mental blank. Yeah. No. Like you guys that are putting in the work behind the scenes to make this happen. So, big thanks to you and the rest of the team as well, Kenny. It definitely doesn't go unnoticed.
No, it's good. And, we'll just finish it off strong. And hopefully everyone that comes to Broadford this weekend loves the track layout and everything else because, all going well. We'll be hitting it up every year from now on, as long as we can have a club involved and get it happening. So
I can't wait. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. If you like these shows, you know the drill. Please like and subscribe and share to your stories so we can keep growing this championship and the sport. Massive thanks, Kenny, for coming on to co-host another episode. The next couple we do will be to crown our state champions. So, look forward to having you back for that.
Yeah, no worries. That's cool as. So next 2 weekends, flat out with racing, and then
it'll be all celebrations and commiserations for some, I guess.
Yeah, just a reminder, you're in a position we recognise the top 10 in the A-grade MX1, MX2, the ladies and the master vets, the over 40s, and then all the A-grade classes, 65, 85, 85, big wheel, 125 and 250. And all the other classes, we recognise the top 5. So, if you finish in any of them positions, come along to the presentation night and have a great finish the season off strong.
And even if you didn't, just go along. The food's great. It's a great night. It's a lot of fun. Kenny gets on the mic and you're going to auction off some jerseys. So it's just a good night all round.
Yeah, and it's a good chance to thank your sponsors and everything else, and thank Mental4Moto for the awesome photos and everything else. So.
That's right. Don't ever forget that.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks to our partners here at Mental4Moto, Fastline Suspension, Southeast Pools, Iro Helmets, Ultimate Toy Haulers, Wolf Building Compliance, and the August sponsor of the Mental4Moto Motocross and Supercross wall calendars, JT Plumbing. Keep an eye out over the next month or two because we're going to be putting a call out for our 2027 program. So, applications will be open for that soon via the Mental4Moto website. And most of all, thanks to you guys for listening. On behalf of Mental4Moto, I've been your host, Pete Wolf. Until next time, see ya.